The best way to negotiate on anything is to have a lot of knowledge about the situation as well as the value of things. And so if you're going to look at a particular car, you need to do some internet research on what that car is worth, hitting Kelley Blue Book and finding out what the wholesale value is, which is likely what that dealership paid for that car. You know, doing some research on the car itself, see if there's any articles out there about repairs or, you know, how reliable it is or those kinds of things, or insurance rates on that type of car. Is that an expensive car to insure versus another car in the same price range? Those kinds of things. And then you go in there armed. You may very well know more about that particular car than the salesman will, because that salesman's trying to keep up with a whole bunch of cars that are coming and going all the time. And, you know, I've even laid the Kelley Blue Book printout on the desk at the dealership and go, you know, that's wholesale. That's what you paid for it, probably, right around there. If you paid much more than that, you paid too much as a dealer. And, you know, this is the trade-in, or this is the private sale, which would be what an individual would sell. So apparently we're going to land somewhere between there.
Okay.
I'm going to buy it down next to wholesale. I'm going to expect them to make a profit. So dealers, very seldom do you steal a car from a dealer, because they have a certain number of dollars tied up in that car, and they've always got to get those dollars out at least or lose money. And they have the ability to sell the car at Manheim or one of the other dealer auctions. They can just load these, you know, they can load up 10 cars, put them on a truck, send them to the auction, and they'll pretty much all bring wholesale. So they can turn that car into money at wholesale just about any time they want to. So they have no reason to sell it, in most cases, well below wholesale. Now, sometimes there's an exception to that, and sometimes wholesale is moving. But most of the time, they're going to want to at least break even, because they can take that car and sell it at an auction. So just do some research. He with the most knowledge usually wins a negotiation. And yeah, I would tell him I'm paying cash. This is not a finance deal. If we come to terms, I will leave here with the truck and without my money. If we don't come to terms, I'm going to leave here with my money and I'm going to keep shopping. I mean, there's a transaction going to occur if we can agree on a price. And that's the thing you want to get into there. And, of course, you can inform them, hey, this particular vehicle is very expensive to insure, because the insurance rates are higher on this $12,000 car than this other $12,000 car. I like this car, and I'm willing to take that on, but that's going to cause you guys to have trouble selling this car. And you can just talk it through with them, but it's not running down the vehicle or anything. And then, of course, you've got to accurately appraise the value of it based on its mileage, based on its condition, and those kinds of things when you're comparing it to the internet pricing. And if you've done all of that, you know, generally you're in a pretty good place to make a reasonable deal. Now, if you can find the car from an individual that's in good shape, the individual paid a whole lot more than what you're going to pay for that car 4 years ago, and it's gone down in value. So they don't have like cost of goods sold in it. They didn't buy it 3 weeks ago for $10,000. Now they're trying to sell it for $12,000. You know, they bought it 5 years ago for $22,000, and now it's worth $10,000. And so what they paid for it is not relevant in the discussion. And sometimes they are more motivated. They need to get out of that car, and you're standing there with the cash. That's where you can buy stuff sometimes below wholesale, is from an individual, because they've not got the actual hard cost tied up in it. Now, the car may not have been checked out as well. You may need to take it and have it checked out, all those kinds of things. You need to check quality and all that. But the difference is they didn't buy it 3 weeks ago for X number of dollars, that they have to at least get that or lose money. And car dealers aren't in the business of losing money, and they shouldn't be. Pull the data on the truck before you go in. And you need to know what the truck is worth.
We've done that. It's about $30,000 would be a good deal.
Well, but an individual truck might be different, because you're looking at a particular truck with miles on it. You're looking at a particular truck with slightly different equipment on it and that kind of a thing. And so you know, you're in the range for sure on that truck. So you pull up, you find a particular one at a dealership sitting there certified used, right? And you look at the exact miles and the exact equipment, and you enter that into KelleyBlueBook.com. And maybe look at a couple of the other sites, maybe the Edmunds Car Guide, and start to get an idea. Okay, this car has a retail on it of this, and you'd never pay retail, period.
Okay.
I don't pay retail, period, for a car. under no circumstances. So let's say Kelley Blue Book on the thing, private sale is kind of middle ground, and wholesale is what they pay for the truck. That's what the dealer would pay for the truck, all right? And so you want to be somewhere between private sale and wholesale at the most. And so you go in knowing, let's say private sale is 29 on the truck and wholesale is 27 on the truck. Then you need to be somewhere north of 27 in your mind. And, maybe they got 31 on it. I don't know what they got on it. But we walk in there and we go, look, guys, this is cash. This is what I would do. This is cash. I'm going to write you a check, and I'm going to drive the truck away. And I'm really not going to stand here all day and dance with you. So if you want to do this, I'm willing to write you a check right now. This is a done deal. It's over. But the price is $27,500. And just start talking to them that way. And the back end on a used car is not as big as it is on a new car for them. If they finance it and sell the paper, they make some spread on it. On a new car, they make more on it than they do on the car that's selling the paper for payments. So that site's advice would be more applicable to a new car, to not tell them you're paying cash. I don't worry about that buying a used car. This is what the truck is worth, and boom. I bought a Raptor used, which is a similar truck, a little more expensive, but a similar truck. Had 19,000 miles on it. It was sitting on a local dealer's lot. I had bought cars from that dealer before, and he knows me. And I walked in and I said, look, Kelley Blue Book is on it this. You got too much on this truck, and it's not even, it wasn't even a Ford lot that it was sitting on. And I said, look, you want the thing off the lot? I'll take it off the lot today. And that's how we started. And I got a good price on it. I didn't steal the truck. I didn't steal it, but I got a good price on it, especially compared to a brand new one because of how much that thing went down the first year, because it was only a year old when I bought it. Now, if you want to steal a car, you want to get something thousands and thousands of dollars under, you're probably looking at buying from an individual.
Can I just go on to KelleyBlueBook.com and it'll just all pop up?
Yeah. You just click on private sale on that, and then run the numbers on that particular vehicle, and you begin to get a range on the vehicles you look at. And don't get married to the first one you roll up on. Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that color. Oh, you're screwed. You're going to pay too much, because as soon as you decide you're married to that car, you're getting ready to pay too much for it. It's just a car. The question is how long they've had it on the lot. Most used car dealers will keep a car on the lot only so long, and then they'll roll it through they'll run it through the auction and wholesale it and get it off their lot. They'll turn their money over. And so I bought a Chevy 4-wheel drive that we've still got here at the office. We still use it as a delivery truck. I bought it many, many years ago, and I bought it from that guy. And I said, how long you had that thing on the lot? And he said, 90 days. I said, you're getting ready to roll it off at wholesale anyway, so sell it to me. So if they've been sitting on the truck a while, now if it's a certified, that might not be the case. But if they've been sitting on that truck a while, they may be getting ready to roll it out because they're not going to keep it on there 6 months. You're not going to see the same car sitting on the average dealer's lot 6 months. They're going to roll it and turn their money. Because that unit's not moving for them. You follow me? The thing you just don't want to do is just don't pay too much. I doubt you're going to get it thousands and thousands of dollars under though. But you just don't want to pay too much. You want to do your research and know that you've gotten a hold of something that's strong. Don't buy extended warranties either, by the way.